Good evening.
Hello. Okay, fine. Hello.
It is
Hi.
podcast time.
Podcast? Wait, we do a podcast?
Podcast o'clock, baby. We're in.
What's
It
happening?
is
Hold on, can we
time
start
for
over?
the podcast.
We started over. You
I
ready to
wasn't
go
ready
now?
yet. All right,
Our
yeah.
leader, if you can't tell, our leader's still gone, so we're we're in full chaos mode. It's all falling apart.
Rest in
He's
peace,
in
James Bond.
he's in
A
some
better
dire
place.
circumstance. That's okay. He'll probably be.
He's moved on to bigger and brighter
He
things.
said he'd hope to be back for the next one, so we'll see. In a fortnight, if that happens.
That last time.
Next,
We were doing stuff
Yeah, tune in to next
fortnightly
podcast for
before
special
it was
guest
cool.
host Aaron Journo.
Guest host. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Forecast, episode 232. My name is Alex McCausland.
I'm Ben Diaz.
I'm Caleb Juno.
I'm Chad Lucas.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Is it? Are you?
And I'm
No.
Jake Fetterkyle. What's
Not,
that?
I don't know
He
anymore.
is.
Are you?
He is.
It's the middle name. We're doing middle names now, so we
Oh,
can
God.
stop appearing as brothers.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah,
You know,
because we look so much alike, and people can tell.
We've been getting a lot of hate
I
now
always
for
get you
having
two mixed
siblings
up.
on the cast, so this is good.
2 sets, no less. Well, I guess
Caleb
we got rid
and
of Aaron,
Aaron.
it seems. So.
Caleb and Aaron have to go by their
Resets.
first
Have
middle.
Jake and I not told you that we're brothers?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I legally adopted Ben the other week.
As
Wait.
As
his
a brother, though.
As a brother. I
As a
adopted
brother,
him as a
not
brother.
as a child. Why not?
They let you do that now because the U.S. is so progressive.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Man, it is
What
going to
a-
be a chaotic cast. I love this energy.
What times we live in. Off the top, we got our internet question of the week, which is
Yes.
now a 2 podcast running
Mhm.
segment.
It's a running thing. Okay, so I heard this question, and it really... I thought it was a lot more interesting. Like, I heard it at first, and I was like, this is an easy one, and then I thought about it, and it kind of fucked me up. So the question
And
is,
the last one?
Oh, no.
'Cause the last one was easy.
how many buildings exist where you have been in every room?
Sorry.
Oh boy.
I thought you were just going to
Uh.
cut off at how many buildings exist.
That's what I
How
thought the
many
first time I
buildings
read this
exist?
too, and I was like, that's a really funny question. We can do both. We can do both.
All right, where I have been in every
Room.
I mean, we're talking in the tens. Are we talking in the hundreds? I don't think we're talking in the hundreds. I
Not
think
even
just in the
close.
tens.
I don't even know if I hit double digits.
I was
for
gonna
sure
say,
double digits.
Yeah, I don't know if I hit double digits either.
my count
I've a-
is, I think, 8.
Question: are we counting if an apartment building as being you have to go to every apartment in the
I
building?
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
right.
sure,
The
for
whole
sure.
I
building.
think I just answered
Yeah.
my own question by saying it out loud.
Yeah, right?
I mean, most buildings I've been into, there's at least some area that I've not been allowed to go in.
Hmm.
I mean, you think about any
Probably just
I'm mostly just thinking, how many
Houses.
buildings have I lived in? Like
right.
that, where I had access to the whole building, and I think it's 5. I think I have 5 buildings that I have been to every room in.
Like, surely you've been to, like, a friend's house and you've been in
Right. Been in all
every
their-
room,
I
right?
don't even think I've been to every room in my in-laws' house.
Hmm.
What?
They've got I think they've got
They
like
got
a
a- they
closet
got a
in the
secret
basement
one,
that I've
yeah.
never been to.
Yeah,
Like-
for sure, for sure. I don't think
Next-
closets.
next time you
closets?
go.
Are counting
That's a
closets as a
room.
room? Closet.
It's a
Um,
walking. It's a big
I
enough
think-
closet you can walk.
There it
in,
is.
And
It's
like
about the
Okay.
size of the closet.
yeah, it's like a storage
Mm.
closet.
I think the other problem is now, whenever I go somewhere new, my goal is to get this number
To get
up.
in every room.
So
yeah.
I'm just gonna
You know what?
start going
Start
places
walking into the employees'
uninvited.
I think
only area.
6 because I think I have been to every room in Jake's house.
I think you probably have.
Yeah.
I probably gave you a tour at some point, and my house is not that big.
hmm I don't know if you've been to every room in my house though.
I think I have.
I don't remember. I don't remember you ever being upstairs in my house, although it may have happened at some point.
I had to when you were gone. I had to clean your cat's litter box, and there's one upstairs.
Did you go into my walk-in closet?
That'd
be a little
no,
weird.
I guess not. I guess I didn't. Okay, fine.
It's like a handful of houses we lived in and like a handful of relatives' houses, I think.
Yeah.
I can't think of a
Maybe like
single,
one or two
like,
places you've worked.
Oh,
Problem
I forgot
is,
relative
even
houses.
where I've
Any
worked.
workplace has gendered bathrooms. You probably have not gone in the other gendered
Yeah,
bathroom
that's
yet.
true. Yeah. Even
Like,
when I worked at like
maybe
the
as an
Hallmark, when there
accident-
was 2 rooms, it was like the main area and the back room. Like that was in a strip mall thing. So like
Yeah.
that whole building would count.
That's pretty good.
I feel like there's a decent number of places where you work where there's just the one bathroom. And it's just a one-person
it's
bathroom.
not impossible, right? But
Unless
like,
you're working somewhere with a lot
Chad's
of...
probably been in
Yes.
every place in the Outback he worked at.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think?
Not the girls' bathroom.
Not the
I was
girls'
about to say,
bathroom?
did you have to
Dang.
clean it all?
No.
I was thinking maybe cleaning or something. Yeah, I don't know.
I remember there was one job where I was in the women's bathroom at one point because there was a leak
You're
that I
just
was
hanging
helping deal
out.
with in the ceiling.
so you could smoke cigarettes.
Mm.
You got it.
Yeah, it's
Do-
hard.
What about outbuildings like barns?
See,
Separate building.
Because that's
Oh,
really easy.
Okay.
I think
That's the one room.
Barnes is an easy way to get your
Been in
number.
a lot of
up, I
those.
guess.
Yeah, I forgot about barns. That
Yeah,
puts my
counting
number up a bit.
barns. There's at least a few barns I've been in.
Barns, sheds, kind of stuff.
Do sheds count? Do you think sheds count as a building?
I think it
If
depends
it's
on the
as big
size.
as a walk-in closet, it counts.
Hold on, we're googling the definition of a building.
Oh, thank you.
I'm researching very early in this cast. A building is a permanent, roofed, and walled structure constructed for shelter, storage, or human activity.
Hmm.
Those
I was
human
about to say a
activity
doghouse.
rooms.
Dang it, human activity.
Yeah, the rest of the description is like examples.
Does mean I think an outhouse does qualify though.
Yeah.
It does.
Shitting is a human activity, as
Hmm.
far as I'm aware.
What about
here's
an igloo that you made with your siblings when it snowed a bunch?
Is a porta potty a
Hmm.
building?
Wait, did it say permanent?
Oh,
It said
check.
No, it
permanent,
did
right?
say permanent. You're
It
right.
did say
Yeah,
permanent.
okay.
I mean,
Okay,
the
so
porta potty
not
doesn't
a porta
stop
potty.
existing. It is permanent. It
Yeah,
just
but
moves around.
Yeah.
Does that mean a mobile home doesn't count? Or like a house?
That's a good point. Yeah. Okay. If we're talking about it moving, then yeah,
Hmm.
mobile homes aren't buildings.
Is an
Or
RV
vehicles.
a building?
Well, it's a vehicle.
RV's definitely not a building. That's a vehicle.
Mm.
That one's definitely a vehicle.
Oh, you know what? They had like a portable at my old elementary school. I've been to all the rooms
Oh,
in that.
yeah, I didn't even think about that.
we had some of
Schools.
those.
Yeah.
I definitely
Not
haven't
every room
been in
in
all the
not
rooms
every
in
room
the
in the school
school.
itself.
You
but
still run
in
into
the
the bathroom
in
issue
the
at schools. Yeah.
yeah,
But the
But
portables,
Even the
but
classroom
the
issue. Like, I didn't go
portable
in every
is
classroom
just
in the school.
basically 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Portable, yeah. I think the portables
I only
in
had
Sicily.
one class.
The counting portables, I think that puts me up to like 13.
Yeah, I think I'm low tens now. I
Maybe
think I did
15.
finally break double digits with some
I
of
think
these.
maybe I break
I've been in a
10.
lot of sheds.
Once we hit barns, I think I'm over 20.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've been to that
Boy.
many barns, but I've been in a lot of sheds. I'd say around 20.
There's like
Wonderful
overcounting
farm boy.
barns, hundreds.
You can also count like all of your like middle school friends that you went to their houses to stay the night
Well,
and
here's the problem
happened
though.
happened to walk into all the rooms.
How likely is that? You went into
I
their
was trying
parents'
to think of
room?
that too,
Pretty
yeah.
likely. One of my friends had a bathroom that was conjoined with their parents' room.
That's easy money.
Yep.
I feel like most of those houses had to have had like a storage closet in the basement I never went in or something. I guess that's the closets are really screwing me over here because I feel like there's a lot of buildings where I'm like, I'm pretty sure there was a closet
You
I didn't
count
go inside of.
closets. I don't think
All
I
right.
count closet as a room.
Definition
A closet is usually a feature of a room.
Yeah.
A room.
What if it's like a
isn't-
big walk-in closet though?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Oh,
Or what
you
if I
know
just
what?
took a room and converted it to a closet?
I fucked
was
up.
just like-
That's
I
still
was
a room.
reading the
You
AI
use it as a
overview
closet, but it's
definitions.
still a room.
I apologize.
How dare you.
I'm full of shit. All right, so room on Merriam-Webster. 1, an extent of space occupied by or sufficient or available for something. Oh, that's like if I have room to run and play.
That's how
Okay,
much
that's a bad
space,
example.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we go. A partitioned part of the inside of a building, usually serving a designated purpose.
It's like closet counts for me.
Especially,
yeah, but now crawl space counts.
Good point.
it's partitioned, and it serves a designated purpose. But I'd be willing to say, for the purpose of this, it has to be large enough you can stand up in it.
Yes. Well, yeah, for sure, right? Because otherwise, I've never even been in every room in my house because I haven't stuffed
Yeah.
myself in a cabinet.
Right.
Yeah, true.
You've reached into the cabinet, though.
I suppose that's
It
true.
doesn't
I
say
haven't
you were
reached into 'em.
completely in the room.
Now you'd be like, does a
Hmm.
walk-in shower count, or just a regular shower, like a tub?
If it goes all the way up to the
Mm.
ceiling, then yes, it does count. If there's a gap at the ceiling, then no, it's not a room.
Not a room.
Doesn't count as partitioned at that point, huh?
Exactly.
You guys ever heard of those, like in the school gym, they'd have like the partition things that just like roll out from
Yeah,
the wall
yeah,
and break
yeah.
it up.
Yep.
Mhm.
Now become multiple rooms.
Good
Hmm.
question. Good question.
That broke me a little bit.
We really picked this question apart, huh?
Yeah,
you
I-
did.
We need more precise information.
it's true.
No question.
Yeah.
Jake,
I
can
think-
you
I
go
think
back to the
Closet
internet and
are
ask
no
for
go.
more information?
I will, yeah. Let me
Mhm.
Google. Grok? Grok, help me out.
You write all of our questions that we brought up here.
Jake, don't be silly. You ask Jeeves.
Submit them.
Jeeves, yeah.
True.
How has nobody created a Jeeves AI yet to ask questions of?
Hang
Anybody
on.
been to Ask
Trademark
Jeeves? I bet
copyright.
they have one.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Because how would
might.
they not? News
There is-
of the week. What? We got
I'm
Jeeves?
sorry. There is a Jeeves.ai website that's powered by ChatGPT.
Of course, it's powered by ChatGPT. Whatever.
It does not say it's at all owned or run by the
Probably
owners of
unaffiliated.
Ask Jeeves.
By actual
Does that site
Ask
still
Jeeves.
exist?
I bet it does.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
AskJeeves.com.
Well, I mean,
Oh, it still exists, but it's a page that says they don't exist.
right.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
sick.
That counts.
Wow. After 30 years of answering the world's questions, Ask.com officially closed on May 1st, 2026.
Oh my
Wow.
god, we just missed them!
This is so recent.
Shut down
Oh, wow.
That's
2
wild.
weeks ago.
The last podcast they were alive. I didn't know last podcast was the last Jeeves-less. The last one with Jeeves in the world.
This is our new headline story.
That's
Yeah.
the news. Ask Jeeves is gone.
Ask Jeeves shut down May 1st. What the heck?
I'm actually kind of surprised this wasn't in the news cycle. Like, obviously nobody used it, but like, I feel like everyone knew about it.
It says
True.
the note on their page says, as the IAC continues to sharpen its focus, we have made the decision to discontinue our search business, which includes Ask.com. After 30 years of answering the world's questions, Ask.com officially closed on May 1st, 2026. To the millions who asked, we are deeply grateful to the brilliant engineers, designers, and teams who built and supported Ask over the decades, and to you, the millions of users who turn to us for answers in a rapidly changing world. Thank you for your endless curiosity, your loyalty, and your trust. Jeeves' spirit endures. Is that a threat at the end? Is that...
Spirit indoors, man. He's gonna
Is
come
Ghost
back
Jeeves
post
coming
credit
for me?
scene.
It's coming for Google.
IAC is Interactive Corp.
Interactive
Their name
Corp?
is Interactive Corp. Did
IAC
they-
Inc.
Did they create the very first
Wait.
corporation?
So it's Interactive Corp Incorporated.
I hate that. That's so much worse. Jesus Christ.
They're an American holding company, guys.
Yeah.
Great.
Well,
They
it's a
own
shame I
Ask.
can't visit their
Yeah.
website site anymore.
Well.
Ask Jeeves. We're starting on such a sad note.
Mhm. I'm sorry.
I don't know that any of us are
I'm
that
sorry.
sad
I stole
about it.
Alex's layoff segment to talk about how Jeeves has been laid off.
Yeah.
Jeeves got laid off, dude.
The biggest.
Spirit endures, though. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
That's big news. In other
Moment of
news,
silence for Jeeves.
Discord and Microsoft have partnered with Game Pass perks. and Discord Nitro. This is the new big Game Pass story this week. So if you are a Discord Nitro subscriber, you're going to get access to Game Pass Starter Edition.
I don't think
which
I've ever.
gives you,
Starter edition.
yeah, it's access to like 50 titles that are like the gaming essentials or whatever, like older stuff that is from their catalog.
I don't know that I've ever heard of somebody getting Discord Nitro.
Dang, you haven't heard of me then.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I think Chad
Oh.
has it. I mean,
Wow.
I recently canceled it, but for years I've been paying for it because I've used Discord since it launched. So I was like, also boredom. There.
why do you cancel it?
It was
Fuck
back
'em.
when they were doing the ID stupid stuff.
That is a good reason to stop.
And I was
supporting 'em.
like, I don't really want to share my ID and stuff like that with Discord, which has already been known to have that data leak in
Yeah.
the UK. So
Checks out.
Checks out. So
I don't FAP anymore because too many porn sites make me upload my ID. So
Interesting.
just decided to stop.
yeah, took my ID.
Way
no
to
more
take a
fapping.
stance.
Nice. Yeah, so if you're a Nitro subscriber, you get Game Pass Starter. If you're a Game Pass subscriber, you just get Nitro along with that now.
That's a pretty good idea, honestly.
It's pretty good.
I mean, because like the
Nice
biggest
little
issue, I mean, it's kind of the big issue with all streaming services these days is I'm already paying for this one, so I don't want to pay for another one.
Yep.
So if you can bundle them together and make it like
Man.
one good one, like how Netflix used to fucking be.
Well, my question is, did this include any price hikes?
No, because they're like trying to figure out how to get subscribers back.
Right.
Yeah.
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say my cynical brain goes
Interesting.
to Xbox upping the price and having many people discontinue that, and then the ID stuff happening with Discord and a bunch of people like
Oh,
and then
sure.
the subscriptions there, and so they're like, yo, let's like collaborate and get subscribers back. Also,
Yeah.
I will say, silver lining is the new person who's come in for Xbox has been doing a bunch of really good things. So
Yeah.
Asha Sharma. They actually
Yes.
cut prices pretty recently.
I thought
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. After upping them like by double last year or something like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it went up to
yeah.
what, like $30 a month or something?
yeah,
Something
Ultimate
insane.
was $30 a month. They brought it down to $22.99.
All right.
So,
There we go. Probably still not getting Call of Duty on it, but honestly, I think it was
Yeah.
stupid Call of Duty on it in the first place. That was
I think
Yeah,
they
obviously a
said
that was
they
mistake.
were,
that
they were
was a
thinking about
really-
no longer doing Call of Duty.
Yeah, that was a really bad financial move.
It's just, it feels like the kind of place that you would, maybe every year you put last year's Call of Duty on there, you know?
yeah, I think it was a
Call of
gamble they were
Duty-
trying to do where like people would subscribe for Call of Duty and then forget that they were subscribed, and it would quote unquote be more money than if they would
Yeah.
just buy Call of Duty. But
Or just stay subscribed for multiplayer.
Yeah, sure, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to keep playing Call of Duty. I'll
Well,
just
that
keep
is a
it.
good point.
I will
The
say,
thing about putting
yeah.
Call of Duty on, I think they felt like they had to, because their whole thing was all of our first party games come day and date.
Yeah.
And then they bought Blizzard.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
now
I
that's
get
a
it, but
first
just
party
like,
title.
you're a corporation. Just change your mind. Don't fucking do it.
World of Warcraft was
I
never
think
on there.
they. That's true. But that's like, I don't know, that's a little different subscription based.
Oh, we're moving the goalposts, huh?
Mhm.
Different.
That's different.
If
It's
there's
not
like
one-time buy.
subscriptions in those games, they don't give those to you. I
Listen,
don't think.
if they had an Xbox Game Pass plus WoW edition or something like that,
That's wow.
like,
Yeah.
Surprised they
I
don't.
think that would be a goaded move.
It's kind of weird they haven't done that. It feels like such an obvious. I'm already paying a subscription for this, but if I want to
Yeah.
play something else,
Yeah, I mean they
I
have to
think-
do like a one that's still more expensive than the base Game Pass one. Otherwise,
I
there
mean,
was
sure.
a ton of money. But
I don't know what the math
there have
would
to be
be
a
like. But
slight
just
discount of some sort.
Do you
A
think it's just
discount
the
on both.
accounting problem where if like somebody's already paying for WoW and they see that, they'll have to cancel WoW and then subscribe to that, and they just don't want to have the hassle of doing that? They don't think people would actually move from. I
could
don't know.
be.
Think they care if people do that or not. I think it would just be like you don't pay for WoW and you don't pay for Game Pass, but if you saw that and you wanted to play WoW, you'd be like, maybe I just get this. right?
Actually, it would be probably
Yeah.
yeah. Right. The bigger thing would be people who don't play WoW getting them
Right.
into WoW.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say,
that'd be a
it,
thing.
If they did that, I'd honestly I'd be more likely to sign back up for Game Pass because WoW's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if it's worth the effort to resubscribe and pay for everything.
Yeah.
But if they were like, hey, like if you sign up for Game Pass and get all the games, would you just also get that? I'd be like, oh, well,
Like
I
I'm
freaking
kind of interested.
like Riot Games got me to play League for a little bit when they added having all the characters unlocked to Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
And I wasn't playing League at all before that, and I was like, "Oh, that's actually like a decent way to get them all for somebody that doesn't play that
That's
game."
that's
Yeah.
upsetting that they did that. You know how long I ground games for in-game currency to unlock everything?
Oh yeah,
Just credit card.
it sounds
like a
terrible.
Weekend. It's
But
not a good system.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like they could have been like the Activision stuff, even though we acquired it. That wasn't in Game Pass before. It's not getting added, but I feel like most of the reason they bought Activision Blizzard is because they wanted to add their catalog to Game Pass. It's just like the biggest one is Call of Duty, and Call of Duty is special because anybody that's gonna want to buy Call of Duty is gonna buy Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And like people, if it's on Game Pass, you might get some extra people playing Call of Duty, but I think more likely you get less people buying the full version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I
might
think
not
that was
balance
really
out.
the issue is people who weren't going to play Call of Duty probably still weren't, and the people who were going to pay $70, $100 for it are now just giving you $20, playing
Right.
it for a month or two, and then canceling their subscription.
yeah.
Interesting trial run for the economics, but doesn't seem to have worked out.
I mean, yeah, I am hopeful that Xbox is turning things around. I mean,
Seems like
honestly, in a lot of ways, it feels like they couldn't have made things much worse for themselves. Everything they've done has seemed to kind of blow up in their face.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to get Game Pass back in like a usable state.
Yeah,
Like
we'll
$1 a month,
see
new accounts.
Yeah,
what happens
love
with
that.
like actual games is what I want to see. Like
Yeah.
they haven't had a big first party title. I feel
in
like
forever. Yeah, right. I mean, what the last big one was probably Halo Infinite,
yeah,
and that
Sounds
was
about
ages
right.
ago, and kind of didn't go over that well, if memory serves.
Are you saying only releasing on Xbox, or
yeah, like an exclusive, like a system
Like
seller
not-
of some kind.
like not PC at all?
I guess I mean, they're probably still
I guess
going to come to
Infinite
PC,
did also come to PC. Huh?
Yeah.
but like, yeah, I don't know. There's nothing that.
Starfield.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess because they have like Bethesda, they own Bethesda, they own Blizzard, they own Activision. Like there is some exclusives, but a lot of that stuff comes to PlayStation also.
Yeah, I mean, Starfield just came to PlayStation, I think.
Yeah, that was special. They're like experimenting with releasing some of their first party stuff on PlayStation. But like Call of Duty always came everywhere, like stuff like that from before they got bought out.
Yeah, it feels like everyone's trying to figure out what the exclusivity situation is like in the future, because Sony just came out and said, we're not doing the whole PC thing that was working really well and everyone seemed to like. We're just, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of optimistic that they're going to change their mind on that, but we'll see.
Because
Like,
Square
if you-
Enix ran the numbers and they didn't sell the way they wanted to.
Jesus Christ.
It just
I mean,
like
dude-
if you take PC off the table because it's like you're a person that doesn't want to deal with putting together a computer or dealing with keeping it running or whatever. You just want a console experience in the living room or whatever. You're like one of those customers. Like there still hasn't really been a reason to buy an Xbox. I
Yeah.
feel like PlayStation has these big tentpole releases. It's the Spider-Man's, The Last of Us's, the
Last of Us.
Wolverine
God
coming
of
out at the end of
Wars.
this year. God of Wars, like those games.
Yeah, you Ghost of Yotei. Yeah, you have Sony has exclusives.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking at getting them both, and you're just looking at well, which one has more games, and I can't get on the other one, Sony wins handily, right?
Yeah. So I'm curious to see with the new Xbox direction and them refocusing on console and stuff like that, like what they do with the software side. We see some investment in that. That'll probably take a few years, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, all of this, right? We say we like everything she's done. She's talking a good game so far, really, is what that comes down to, right? Like,
We do have a Gears of War coming at some point
wow, at
E-Day.
some point.
that they
There-
announced so long ago and then said nothing about.
There was last year. Avowed was Xbox exclusive.
Avowed.
It did come to PlayStation eventually.
Oh,
Took a year.
boy, that was a game.
Yeah. I mean, it was supposed to be a big one, but didn't go over that well.
Yeah.
They do have occasional ones, but they're not nearly as big as the Sony ones.
Yeah. We'll see.
On the topic of the business of video games, Capcom released all their financial stats for the fiscal year 2025. Some interesting stuff. That it's their most sales of any year that they've ever had. Although reading farther into the
Ow.
articles about this, I think they have done that for like 9 years in a row now or something like that.
Wow. I mean, Capcom's just been doing really good lately, I feel like.
Well, that was a pretty bad Street Fighter within the last 10 years, right? They still did. They
Street
still did
Fighter
really well that year.
Street
Street
Fighter
Fighter
5.
5 was pretty bad when it came out, but that was a long time ago.
Okay.
Street
Yeah.
Fighter 5 came out 2016.
Okay. 10 years ago on the dot.
Yeah.
When did RE6 come out? Because people didn't like that.
I bet it was almost the exact same year. 2012.
Probably.
Wow, no, way earlier.
Way
Wait,
earlier,
wait,
yeah.
okay. When did 7 come out?
Around 19,
17.
17.
Okay. So everybody like has been.
Probably since
I've been
then,
reading a
then,
little
yeah.
bit of stuff about 7. It's like I guess 7 is what saved Capcom and like
Yes.
put them back on the right track.
Mm-hmm. Well, because 6 was so big and bloated, and so 7 was a lot smaller,
Which-
way smaller budget, but huge critical reception, and so like the tail on it, the kind of recurring sales on it,
Yeah.
put it way over. I think technically it still sold less than RE6, at least as of like a while ago, but just its budget was so much smaller that it was way more successful for them, right?
Yeah. They actually have fiscal year 25 and lifetime sales numbers for like their main franchise.
Oh yeah.
So I can tell you 7 has sold a lot more than 6 at this point. Wait, where I was looking at the wrong number. 6. 7 has sold a little bit more than 6 now. It beat it.
Except
Get out of here,
It's,
Chad.
it's beaten it. Maybe just this year it might have passed it
Wow.
based on these numbers. 6 sold like 16 million units lifetime. And it sold 1.8 million this year, and 7 sold 17 million units, 200 or 2.6 million this year.
1.8 million copies of Resident Evil 6 sold this year.
All of their sales in these
What?
big titles are crazy because like Monster Hunter Wilds, is that the new one? That's the recent one, right?
I believe it's the most recent.
World
one,
is the
yeah.
older one. Wilds is the more recent
Yes.
one. That's
Yes, you're
132
correct.
times 10,000. 1.3 million of those this year.
Oh my god.
Like RE5 sold 1.7 million units this year, putting it at 19 million units sold, which is the highest selling Resident Evil somehow.
5.
5?
5, yeah.
yes.
Wild.
That's
What?
nuts.
5 is the highest selling Resident Evil.
Are 4 and 4 remake separated? Same for 2.
I mean, they
and
might-
I
2
do
remake.
believe that is the case because
Like, it doesn't even make sense that 4 has been re-released on 100 different consoles, right? Like 100 times, and it's a classic. That's wild. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean maybe just because they did remake and that breaks up.
Sure.
Sales.
Could be. I don't. That's crazy, dude.
This remake has sold like 13 million copies.
I mean, maybe also just RE4 is older. It's easier to
Requiem's
get.
hit almost 7 million, so just under 7 million
Wow.
this year.
And yeah, I mean, like we were saying, Capcom had kind of a rough year for a while, or a rough few years.
Mhm.
Resident Evil 6 and then Street Fighter 5. But like lately, they've just been going from strength to strength. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone else in the industry
Pretty
needs
much
to pay a little bit more attention.
pretty much since Resident Evil 7. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been kind of
The
doing well.
surprising ones in here, I think, are Devil May Cry 5 sold 2.7 million units during last year, and the Street Fighter 6 sold 2 million units, bringing it up to 6.7 million. And those are like fairly old at this point. They got some tails on them. Also,
Yeah.
they said 93% of their game sales are digital.
So nobody owns them. Got it.
Yeah.
That is an interesting
does
stat
make
because
sense.
that's probably relatively similar to the rest of the industry.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So like physical game sales are just like a small fraction of the market now.
There's a
Kinda
reason
crazy.
GameStop tried to buy eBay.
eBay.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Yeah, that did happen.
Good stuff. Capcom's still doing well.
I don't really know why they would even want. I mean, it just seems crazy that they would even be in a position to think about buying eBay.
I don't
Like,
think they
what?
are. I don't
So
think
they
eBay
are at
rejected because their bid was not. eBay says GameStop's bid was not credible.
or
That
attractive.
makes
They said.
makes-
Yeah,
That
neither
makes
credible
sense.
nor
Saying
attractive.
exactly what we're saying. We're like, how are you
Yeah.
gonna afford to buy us?
Exactly.
What the heck?
does make more sense.
Yeah, GameStop offered $56 billion for eBay, and eBay was like,
From where?
"No, how?
Yeah.
With what
What?
money?
Yeah, they had the CEO of GameStop on several news programs, and they were like, "So how are you paying for this offer?" And he's like, "Oh, it's half cash and half stock." And they're like, "Okay, but that doesn't get you to $56 billion. Where's the rest of it come
Yeah.
from?" He's like, "It's half cash, half stock." And everybody's like, "What are you talking about?
You can't
do-
just keep
you
saying
don't."
that.
Yeah, it's great.
Wow.
It's good stuff, man.
We also have some more news coming out of Bungie, I suppose. Chad?
And I thought it was relevant that Ben was talking about Marathon. I believe it was before the cast, unless we're throwing some of that in. But
We
yeah,
save all the good stuff for before the cast.
that, you know, you got to be on our Twitch stream to hear some of that
Yeah,
stuff.
join our
Yeah.
Patreon.
Exactly.
We don't have a Patreon.
Don't listen to that.
So apparently, Sony has lost $765 million on its deal, Bungie deal.
No.
They
yeah.
bought the company for $3.6 billion in 2022, and they kind of banked on Marathon succeeding and Destiny 2's continued success. Allegedly, Marathon cost $250 million to make, and has only sold like around 1 to 2 million copies.
Hate that.
DMDB is showing as current their players right now is 11,000, and Destiny has 9,000.
Whoa.
Oh,
it's
man.
Pretty similar player counts for their whale plus Marathon. So there's a lot of discussion on what Bungie should do, what Sony should do, etc. Apparently they announced season 2 for Marathon though, so they're doubling down on the Marathon. So that's
It sounds like it's kind of make or break. They don't have anything else in the tank, so it's like
yeah.
make it work or that's it.
Yeah, there are various rumors among the Destiny fanboys and like streamers and stuff like that Destiny 3 is potentially in the works.
I believe that.
Still, that's going to be years and years out.
Yeah, right. That's not going to take a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, it's from my perspective, I feel like Marathon is pretty easy to maintain now compared to like
Sure.
Destiny. I mean, you just have to like build maps and throw loot everywhere and have like, I don't know, a new mob or something here and there. But like
Sure.
Destiny 2 takes like different perks on a weapon and puzzles and different
There's
dungeons
lore
and
and story.
Dungeons
exactly.
and raids are a lot of work.
Yeah, so
Campaign, performance actors.
Mhm.
I can see both of them surviving. Of course, Destiny 2 on life support, but Marathon being focused on a little more. try to squeeze every dime out of it, and maybe we'll see something. People talk about how they should do Destiny Classic, like kind of like how WoW did, WoW Classic or whatever. That'd be cool. I mean, sure.
You get all that sunset content back. Yeah.
Exactly. Even
The
better, you
vaulted
get Destiny
content.
1 back, not even Destiny 2 stuff. It'll be Destiny
True.
Classic. So
Guys, here's the problem. They already established they threw that stuff away.
Yeah.
They don't have it
Gone
anymore.
forever.
It's gone.
It's ridiculous. Dude.
it's just seems so wild to me that they had this cash cow, Destiny 2, and they're just like, no. Let's do an extraction shooter. Extraction shooter of all things, an extraction shooter. Which
Yeah.
I mean, you
It's the
could look at the
hotness.
player count right now, and you could say because there's no content drop, that's why they're at quote unquote low number. But I mean, like within the first couple weeks, like it went from 80K, which was their top, down to like 60, down to 40, and now they're at 11, 10K.
Yeah, I don't think it ever did like amazing numbers, certainly.
Yeah. And apparently, and this is allegedly, PC is their like main source of players. So looking at Steam, you pretty much look at the numbers, and that's what it is. So
Yeah,
good
it's
stuff.
Sad.
I don't know, man. I think there was a lot of mismanagement there. Just like, because at some point they had like a ton of different projects in the works, right? Am I misremembering this? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Bungie had just like a ton of different projects.
There's at least one other like Destiny spin-off game that got canceled.
Yeah, it's just
It's gonna
I
be,
feel like
third
they
person,
kind of
you play as like characters from Destiny 2.
was that wasn't the mobile one though, because that actually did.
No, that came out, but that also was a
Okay.
different dev.
Mhm.
Ah, okay, that's right. It was the Diablo Immortal guys. Am I remembering that right?
I think
I think
that's right.
Wild. It's just, I don't know, man. It seems to me like Bungie kind of went, okay, we have Destiny, and we'll never mess that up. So we can kind of take our eye off the ball there and do all this other stuff. And then it turns out, when you take your eye off the ball, you actually fuck everything up.
Yeah.
What are the
And
odds?
now
I
they're
just-
in the
I
whole
can't
gun.
believe Destiny 3 wasn't in the works before because
I also think that's crazy.
like with the final shape happening and wrapping up like the main story arc
Mm-hmm.
and them being like we're actually instead of doing like major expansions we're going to shift to doing smaller content releases like more often.
Mm-hmm.
That to me sounds like
Here comes Destiny 3.
Yeah.
we're shifting less resources to this to allow us to like spin up more work on Destiny 3 that's been like kind of in the background for a while.
Right. Yeah, we've been
And then-
workshopping it, and now we're actually moving devs to it.
Like D2 will be on life support for like 2 years, getting like mini expansions here and there to keep people strung along, and then we'll do Destiny 3.
Mm-hmm. I assumed the same.
Marathon,
My-
guys. Marathon.
My only counter argument to that, I mean, don't get me wrong. If Destiny 3 came out, that'd be cool, like awesome. But if they wanted to keep Destiny 2 going, I see no reason they can't because it's an MMO at the end of the day. So
Yeah, sure.
World of Warcraft, nobody's asking for a WoW 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Final
definitely
Fantasy 14, nobody's asking
Yeah.
for the next Final Fantasy MMO.
Here's the thing,
Like-
Chad. They would have to vault all of the previous content in order to put new content in the game.
Yeah. So what I'm saying
There's
is
no
not
way for
saying,
WoW
like-
to keep all previous content.
all
I'm
the
not
all
saying
those
it's like
games-
the direction they should have gone. I'm just saying
Yeah.
like because of the direction they went where it seemed like it was being
Right.
put on life support, like it seemed like they were working on D3. Like they
I
could
mean,
have just kept
even
on
if
doing
they wanted
like
to, I mean,
Final
to be honest
Shape
with you, if
2.
you look at Edge of Fate, it is D. Like they pseudo vaulted everything with
yeah.
making tier 5 gear or tier 1, 2, 3, whatever tiered gear. You don't use any of the stuff that you farmed out anymore. Like I don't know. To me, I feel like it was a good like do the like small bits of content like we're talking about, like those releases, but then work on an engine overhaul. Like work on like I don't
Yeah.
know,
Something.
not having spaghetti code anymore. Like something to where like because WoW is updated
WoW did that, yeah.
consistently throughout the years.
Mhm.
Graphics
Guild Wars has done
overhaul,
it.
engine
Final
overhaul.
Fantasy, I mean, nuked their entire game and then rebuilt it. A Realm Reborn, like it's
Final
you know,
Fantasy's crazy.
Yeah.
They just made a new game and then
I mean,
released it like it
Because
was
nobody liked it originally, right? Am I
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original was bad, and then like they
said
came out with
calamity happened.
2.0. It was actually a new MMO
Like the
And they
opposite
just
of what
worked it.
Blizzard.
into the story.
Yeah, it's just in the lore. It's
It
so
worked.
funny. and it's still, and they're coming out with
Are you going
Evergold
to say
now.
this is the opposite of Overwatch? Because it's kind of the opposite of Overwatch.
Yeah.
Where they didn't really do a new game, but they did do
they
a
said they
separate
were going to make a
release.
new game, and instead they just made the same game again.
The
It's
one
true.
thing, the one thing that I think about every time that I hear somebody wants Destiny 3, though, is that as soon as Destiny 3 launches, and as soon as we launch that game, like within a week or two, people are gonna be like, "Where's King's Fall? Where's Val? Where's like?"
People are going to
This
race
is a
through
new
all the available
game.
content and then be like, "There's nothing to do in this game. I'm going back to Destiny 2."
Where's Desert Perpetual? Where like shut up.
I mean, no matter what, you got to if they put out Destiny 3, that's a huge amount of money for them right out of the gate.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I
sure.
mean?
There are
Like-
so many players that say I will never touch Destiny 2, but if Destiny 3 comes out, I'll buy it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a sure thing for them, and I think they need a sure thing right now.
It's also like, I mean, the new player experience for D2 is
Oh, I know.
horrendous.
Yeah, it's not fun. I'll tell you that
They
right
did
now.
a whole
It is
revamp
rough.
at one point.
They did.
Yeah, it's not
It's
good.
still bad. I actually,
Gosh.
so like, I wanted to be able to talk about this with like when I was playing Destiny with like some of the people in my group and my clan and stuff like that. So I just went on one of my alts since it was free to play, and I just
Mhm.
started playing to see like where in like me playing a free account would I feel as if I'm at quote unquote end game content. And me being a very fast Destiny player, I think it took me like 15, 20 hours
Mhm.
to like get, and it's like, that's too much for like, I think that
Mhm.
was to get perks on a gun. I don't know. It was wild. It was like the basics of like what this game, like the build crafting and like everything enticing about the game. It was nuts. It
Yeah.
was so bad.
Hmm.
They really need like I know it's like overwhelming, but to me, I feel like nowadays, you should be able to launch that game and have all the subclasses and have all the just everything at
Oh,
your
yeah.
disposal.
Sure.
Like, just
Somebody
maybe
tell
the
that to
newest
Final
thing.
Fantasy 14.
what's that?
Somebody tell that to Final Fantasy 14. I'm like,
Well, that's
Oh, is
another
that-
thing. I mean, I
I'm
don't
like
really want to get
350
into that,
hours
but
into that game.
yeah. It's 50 days of content.
Not close to the end of it.
On the Destiny side, I still think there's stasis fragments that I don't have access to because I
Mm.
never went and
That's so funny. You
did
can
all
actually
the
just grab them
crazy
now.
stasis
They,
stuff.
they,
Oh, really?
they did actually make it to where you could just walk over and just purchase them
Thank
for free,
goodness.
basically.
Eventually.
Yeah. It was miserable.
You had to do like PvP content and stuff like that to unlock that and like use this. Nah. They're just like, yeah, we screwed up here. Here you guys go, stasis. If they wanted to keep Prismatic away from people for a little bit, sure. Have
Damn.
everything else, accessible though. Like, come on. Give a few meta starter kits or something so people can start getting into dungeons and raids. Like, come on.
Well, speaking of, I don't know, I was going to have some sort of weird transition about vaulted content and
This is
then
good. Speaking of vaulted content,
where there's now content that is available on PC that wasn't before.
Keep going. You're almost there.
Twilight Princess got
Yes.
reverse engineered.
Nailed it.
Yep, stuck the landing. Good job.
So yeah, they have reverse engineered Twilight Princess, which basically means that now you can. It's called Dusklight. Excuse me. Basically, you can download it. It's on Mac, PC, mobile, Linux, and you can basically just play Twilight Princess on any of those, which is really really cool. Apparently, this has been in the works for ages. The way it works, basically, you have to provide your own copy of Twilight Princess.
That was what I
So
was
a
gonna ask.
ROM or a disc, because they don't have any copyrighted materials in the install, right? You need to provide that via the disc. But then this program will just like run it, and so it runs at 60 frames per second. It has its own achievements built in. It's really slick, and it's easy to set up too.
Yeah, I saw the
That's
trailer
cool.
come across my YouTube page. It looks like they added a bunch of really
Mhm.
cool features like widescreen support, higher resolution.
Okay, but
Yeah.
this is Nintendo we're talking about, right?
No, this is like a
Mm-mm.
fan made
It's a fan thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
project.
All right, but Twilight Princess
Yes.
comes from Nintendo. So who's
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
sued and when?
Well, I think
No,
that's
they're
the
good
reason why you have to
because,
provide your own copy of the game.
Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
it does. It's the same reason that how same way ROM hacks work for like Pokemon games.
Right, but what I'm saying is I feel as if there's going to be some legal lawyer something that happens that Nintendo can come after these people, even though they're providing their own copy because it's not being played on their proprietary property. Or
I guess
whatever.
we'll see.
I mean, I know as soon as I read the story, I downloaded it on Android and Windows, just in case.
Yeah.
In case the site does get taken down. I
Eh,
at least have
just
it
in case.
locally.
Theoretically, it should be okay because it's all like
I feel
original
like
code.
there's been some weird Nintendo crap.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
Legal
yeah.
issues with
they're
them.
very protective.
yeah, they're very trigger happy when it comes to suits.
What was that Super Smash Bros. Thing that was like so innocent, and then they just freaking went after them? It's not stuff.
Yeah.
Like a
yeah,
tournament or
I
something.
just-
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I think it
When
was
they
a
shut down
tournament.
like fan run tournaments.
Yeah, and replace it with like a much shittier tournament that nobody likes.
Yeah.
That sounds right. But yeah,
also
no, I
seems
just,
like a
I
thing
just
they
thought it was
should be
really
able to do.
cool.
That is cool. I'd like to see more of them get this treatment if they can.
Also, something
Like
else I thought was
Bloodborne?
cool.
Well,
Don't say that name.
Yeah.
Bloodborne
I just
decomp
meant
win.
other Zelda games, but yeah, Bloodborne, yeah, please.
It has achievements, and something I thought was neat was that they included achievements for speedrunning strats. There's a whole section for speedrunning achievements. So it's like for performing certain skips.
Mm-hmm.
There's achievements. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. They went out
fun.
of their way to make sure all the old speed tech still works.
Nice.
Yeah,
Which
they
is
made a
neat.
point in the trailer that it's like console accurate.
Yeah.
So like any glitches that existed in the game still exist.
Well,
That's neat.
actually, I think there were other, like, reverse engineered games. Like, I feel like they did one for Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I talked about a Sonic game on here before that they've
Mm.
done. I think there's quite a few from like that era of games now that they're able to
Yeah.
get running.
Oh, okay, yeah, here, I've got one. Zelda Reverse Engineering Team. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. No, not that. Wow, they haven't done Wind Waker. Wind Waker's, it's listed here at 64% decompiled.
Mm.
And the
Enough.
Minish Cap, which was a Game Boy Advance game, I think?
That's right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's cool stuff. If you like it, check it out. It's really, like I said, really easy to set up. You just download it and you got to provide your own ROM, which, of course, everyone has a GameCube and it's easy. You just put the
Mhm.
little novelty disc inside of your computer and they'll figure it
Mhm.
out. I've heard there are other ways to get ROMs. I don't know anything about that, though. I would never recommend Googling Twilight
Getter.com.
Princess ROM.
Never Google Twilight Princess ROM.
No, you will be so upset if you do that. Don't do it. I cannot make this more clear. This is not a joke. Don't do it.
Like just Googling Twilight Princess?
ROM.
Mm-hmm.
That you are gonna be so mad. Don't
Nintendo will get you if you do that.
do it. Mhm.
All right, you guys know what time it is.
Bips.
What
Bips.
What?
No, not Bips. That's
The
not what we're
Bips.
calling it.
Time for
I'm
Bips.
calling it.
No. I
Welcome
hate
to
it.
Bip Town. Let's do it.
Bipple.
It's horrible.
Caleb, what have you been playing lately? Question mark.
Yeah, so I've played more of Saros at this point since it, had released day of last time we recorded.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
I did finish it.
How did I know?
It's a lot of fun. It, like I said before, it's a lot like Returnal, but with a lot more meta progression, which
Mhm.
is, I think, good and bad. The good is that it makes the game a lot more palatable because you don't have an entire run that's ruined suddenly because of some enemy that shot you from off screen that you didn't see and obliterated you in an instant. You still get a lot of progress for that loss,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't in Returnal. But the downside is that means a lot of the in-run upgrades are a lot less impactful and a lot less interesting, I think. You don't build stuff that's quite as game-breaking powerful. There's not even a lot of really build options in a given run in Saros, which is a little little unfortunate. I think it loses some of that fun gameplay element of the roguelike genre.
This is much more focused on the meta progression.
Yeah. I also think I like the way it tells its story and the story itself less than Returnal. I think Returnal did a really good job of spacing out its story and telling it in a really unique way. Soros kind of just throws it at you willy nilly. So it's good. It's still a lot of fun. The gameplay itself is a blast. Dodging all those red and blue balls.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
actually, I started playing this as well. I'm not finished with it, not even close. I think I've only finished one boss really. But I'm loving it. Really, really fun. The controls just feel super tight, super responsive. I remember that's something I liked about Returnal as well. And I think the meta progression means I might actually finish this one. I never finished Returnal just because it's really hard.
Really
And,
hard.
like there was, man, what it really was like going on like an hour-long run, dying to that boss again, and then going back and being like, well, there's another hour wasted of my life.
Yeah, right.
I was
yeah,
like,
I get
wow, I actually don't like this at all. I actually don't think I like this at all. So I eventually just stopped. I still want to go back to it, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like I need to be like emotionally ready.
it. For sure. Yeah.
Whereas this already, you know, I finish a run and I get to upgrade stuff for like 10 minutes, just pouring my points into different stuff. Balance seems a little weird with that. Like, I feel like it's very easy to get a ton of points. Maybe that's just how it is early and it'll balance out later. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
kind of the way I think the meta progression in a game like this has to work is there has to be like a point at which it suddenly gets really difficult.
Yeah.
Such that you have to do multiple runs and build up all that power before you can get past a big hurdle.
Yeah.
So it has a couple of those moments.
Okay.
You kind of just have to.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, I like it. Like you said, the story I'm not convinced by yet. It's fine.
Yeah.
Returnal had a very like horror theme going that I was way into. If I ever play Returnal again, it's mainly going to be for the story. Because I am just. Go ahead.
Soros has really cool lore stuff going on and references to existing like mythos that I think is really, really cool and a lot of fun. But just the story itself, I don't find all that interesting.
Okay. Gotcha.
They do cool stuff with the triggers still.
Yes, they do.
Adaptive trigger stuff.
Adaptive trigger stuff. Yep. It feels really good to play with.
It does. It's what you pull. If you do a full pull on the left, you activate like your special explodey missile thing. Maybe you get different ones, but right now mine's an explodey missile. And a half pull activates your gun's alternate fire.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it would be a mess because trying to manage a half pull versus a full pull sounds really hard while I'm running around dodging bullets, but it's actually pretty intuitive. The triggers do a good job of giving you like a lot of resistance, so you're not likely to fuck up a full versus a half pull.
Yeah, you know you're going for the full pull when you do.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid click.
Yeah.
It's nice. I forgot how much I liked the way Returnal controlled, and this feels pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've also been playing some Resident Evil Requiem again. They released an update with some new content, a new mode called I've forgotten now. Leon must die. Forever.
Forever.
It is a sort of roguelike mode where it runs you through several levels that you've played through during the campaign. All the enemies have like health bars, and you get like random gun drops and pickups, and you get special abilities every so many enemies killed. There'll be things like increasing your grenade damage by 10%, or making it so you take less melee damage, but you take more gunfire damage, stuff like that. So you can kind of build up Leon in order to take on the final boss of the game. And it's been pretty fun so far. There's not a lot of levels and not a lot of content, but it is a free update, so I mean, pretty good stuff.
Have you finished it then?
I've beaten it on the first 2 difficulties. There's 3, I believe.
Okay, so it's not like unique sets of levels for each difficulty. It's these are the sets of levels, and you can beat it on easy, medium, hard.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it always starts you in the same level, and then that level has 3 doorways in it that you can take to different levels, and each of those has multiple doorways that lead you to different levels. There's only a total of maybe 10 levels, and the final 4, because the final one is the final boss, and before you get to the final boss, there are 3 sort of mini bosses, I guess, that you can face.
Sure.
So it's kind of like 6 real levels and then 4 bosses.
Nice.
It's not a huge amount, and each one has its own difficulty level, so you can take kind of an easy path if you want before you get to the final boss. If you want to spend more time, I should mention it's timed, and you only get more when you go between levels, or if you get special abilities that give you time when you kill stuff.
Interesting. I mean, it's cool that they're still putting stuff in there, right?
Yeah.
Is it kind of similar to Mercenaries? I know that's a game that they've done, I think, in almost every mainline. Never played it. Okay.
Never played it.
All right.
Was it just a wave-based mode?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Usually it's just like it's not exactly the same.
Okay. The roguelike is not wave-based anyway. When you enter a level, there are specific enemies in specific places, and they don't respawn or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Last podcast, I think I brought up that RE4 was originally, or like Devil May Cry was originally the first form of RE4 before they split it off to do its own thing. And this name of this new mode, I think, might be a reference to that because it made me think of Dante Must Die. That's like that's always the hardest mode. Devil May Cry games is Dante Must Die.
I think
Interesting.
7 and 8, the highest difficulty is Ethan Must Die.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is just a thing they've been doing for a little bit.
That? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think that's a fun naming convention.
Huh. Did you want to talk any more about RE9, Jake? Since we're on the topic,
I can. I wasn't sure. I finished the main story of RE9. It's really good. The Leon parts kind of drag a little bit. Not even just the Leon parts. I think the whole second half of the game drags a bit. The first half, I think,
the parts that are only Leon drag.
Yeah, it's really just like there's a part that takes place in a city.
Yeah.
And man, I think it's just a lot of things. It gets a little repetitive. Nothing's happening story-wise, and the environments all look the same. And I think it's just not nearly as engaging. Like the stuff with Grace early on is, I think, like peak Resident Evil. I think it's some of my favorite stuff. Maybe even more than like Resident Evil 2. Like I just think the environment design is really cool. The enemy design is really cool. The levels themselves are really cool. And I think Grace is maybe the best character Resident Evil's ever had.
I love that she's just terrified the whole time. It makes
Yeah,
a lot of sense, you know?
I've been replaying. There's an achievement to like beat the game in 4 hours, so I've been going back and doing that. And the number of times something happens, she just goes, "What the fuck? What the fuck was that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? That's fair."
Ethan did that a little bit in 7,
but not as much.
Not as
like,
much.
I feel
and
like
it all
Ethan
got worked out of him by 8. He was like, "I don't know what's going on anyway. I don't care."
Yeah, he's like, "I give up."
Yeah.
Even in 7, he's like, I've been playing a bit of 7. He doesn't freak out as much as you would expect him to for certain things.
Yeah, I think they were trying to make him more like, obviously not a silent protagonist, but a little pretty close. You know, like keep his personality to a minimum so the player could project. Whereas with Grace, I think they were like, no, that was kind of stupid. Maybe we just make them a character. Honestly, the biggest issue I have with Grace is, how is she an FBI agent? Like, it's weird to me that she's an FBI agent because she's so scared of everything all the time.
She's just an analyst,
desk job.
Yeah, she's just an analyst. I don't know why they would send an analyst out in the field.
There you go!
But they sure
First
did.
thing that happens is they're like, hey, do you want to go to this haunted place where your mom got murdered?
Mom died.
Yeah.
She's like,
Oh
yes,
my
sir,
gosh.
can't wait.
I'm
Sign
tired
me
of this
up.
desk job.
Doesn't the guy?
It's very convoluted.
Doesn't the guy also know that like she has trauma around that
Oh,
place?
yeah.
And he's like, go anyways.
He's
like, go
this is where
alone and
Taylor
face your
actually.
trauma.
Also, go at night.
Yeah,
It's so unhinged, just so weird.
it's just
The way
crazy.
he says it in the trailer is like, "No, your mom was killed here. Maybe it's time you got over it." Like,
yeah.
Thought about who cares?
friggin' do this job for me.
Jesus Christ.
Also, who sends one agent out to
Yeah.
investigate a murder?
Right? Just like backup.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So crazy. There's one part I wanted to highlight about Requiem. There's a part at the end. I'm not going to spoil anything. There's a part where you walk into this room and you have like a big showdown with like the big bad guy and you get away by the skin of your teeth. You run away and you escape. And then you go and you do like another hour, 2 hours of gameplay. And then you come back to the same room and the bad guy's still just standing there. And he's like, welcome back. Do you want to end the game now? And you're like, I mean, I guess. It's just like, why did we even leave if we were just going to come back? What was the... It's so bizarre.
It's like
That's
Thanos being like, look at where you found yourself. Back at me again.
I mean, basically, yeah. Because it's not even like he shows up at the same time as you. He's literally standing exactly where you left him. It's so wild. Man.
Did you
I
have
thought it
fun
was so
with your little
funny.
runaround bits? Are you done
Yeah.
now? Did you get it out of your system?
That's exactly his energy. It's so weird.
He's like, well, you knew you had to be here. Like, you know.
It's just like, I don't really know why you left. I like the idea though that he's just standing there like looking at his watch. They'll be back. They will definitely be back. They wouldn't just leave. That'd be so rude. Ugh.
That reminds me of. Have you guys ever seen that sketch? Oh God, who does it? But it's a sketch about an evil villain who's basically practicing his
that's Prezi D.
menacing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't think. I think I'm talking about a different one. It's where he's practicing
Okay.
his like chair turn to be like, "So you finally arrived," over and over again.
Okay, no.
And he just keeps getting it wrong over and over.
Mm.
He keeps thinking the good guy's there, and then he's not. And like one time, he's like, "This is it, and then it's just his assistant comes in, like, "I'm so sorry, I interrupted."
Wow.
That's good.
But yeah, good game. I think if they just made the grace part the whole game, this might be my favorite one. But they didn't do that, so it's not.
What's your favorite one?
7.
7.
I really like 7. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about 7.
Yeah. Real quick, do you want to say anything about your AON Thor?
Oh, I can, yeah. No, let's stick with Resident Evil. We'll come back.
Yeah,
to it.
Resident Evil. Okay.
It'll be short. Let's keep Resident Evil going.
So I've been playing 7. I guess we can just talk about that. I've played a good amount of it. I made it to the yard, so
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like that's a good amount. I did like the intro sequence and then like the main house, plus the basement.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's a third, something like that, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
You
Cool.
haven't
done
played
at
that
least-
game in a long time.
At least a couple of Marguerite parts, right? Marguerite.
Is that?
No, I don't
Marguerite is.
think so.
The old lady with the
Is that one of the?
lamp, I think.
Oh,
I think she's
yeah.
across. Isn't she across the yard?
There's a videotape where you play as what's her face and
That's
escape
what
from
it
her.
is. Yeah. Okay.
What's is her name Meg? How do I know?
Mia.
Mia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you play as Mia and avoid her in a videotape sequence.
Okay. I thought there was a sequence where you got out, but
I think the scariest part. This game is very scary. First of all,
Mhm.
way so much more scary than any of the other Resident Evils. I don't
It's true.
understand.
we tried to warn you about that.
I think
We
the
said it many
scariest part of the
times.
game so far is the very beginning.
Mhm.
And
When
I
you
think
have
it's
a
video camera?
mostly it's that part, but also the part when you're walking around in that space.
Yep. Yeah,
Um,
that part's very scary.
I think it's because of how they do the lighting in that section, and it's weird that it hasn't come back up. And I'm kind of okay with that because it was very hard to play. I think.
It definitely does get less scary the more you play of it. So
Yes.
Yeah, but even
you are past the worst, for sure.
like they just don't do the lighting like it is very dim in that area, and you have a flashlight that like the entire mechanic of the flashlight is that it's sort of dim and it lags behind where you move the camera. And so like whenever you turn, it takes like half a second for whatever you're looking at to really come into focus. And so basically every time I turned, I would be like super tense, like expecting there to be something, and then it's like, okay, it's nothing again. It's a hallway. Or like I turn a corner and be like, oh, and then sometimes it's a mannequin, and you're like, oh, okay, it's a mannequin. And I feel like they did that on purpose. But then once you get past that part, it's like normally lit environments.
Yeah.
And so it's way less oppressive, I think. It's still quite scary, especially in like the basement area with like the freaky goo monsters.
My God,
Monsters.
yeah. Just honestly, the entrance to the basement, scariest fucking shit in my life. That's the first time I stopped playing it. It was basically right there. I got to that part and I was like, I cannot bring myself to go down this basement. I gotta stop.
It's like, ooh, I gotta walk down there. Really? That's what we gotta do. There's been a couple times where I come upon an interactable that looks like very important, and I'm like, I could press the interact button, but something bad's gonna happen. So I think I'm gonna go over here first and do some other stuff.
I do not know why I haven't played these games before, guys.
Yeah.
What do you think of the garage fight?
The garage fight was but there's a couple boss fights I've been through so far, and what I've learned is like they're less like actual boss fights and more like puzzles that you had to figure out what they actually want you to do to defeat the boss.
Sure.
Which is it's an interesting take, because it's not just like figure out the attack pattern and avoid it and shoot him until he dies. You have to like do something.
I mean, I think you can just shoot them until they die.
Can you?
But I think so.
So like the garage fight, I did it and I was shooting him a bunch, and I was like, man, this is taking a while. And then eventually he gets in the car and freaking runs you over.
Which is
And
funny.
after I die from that, I'm like, huh. I wonder. So then I get in the car instead and I run him over. I'm like, okay, this is kind of what they want me to do. I see. And then like you do like the second half of the fight after that when he's like on fire and crap. But that was interesting. I don't know. There's certain times where they want you to do something and I don't even realize it, because they don't put like QTE prompts on screen or anything.
There's no yellow paint.
Yeah. Actually, yes. It is like
IGN must have rated this very low.
it is like you get stabbed through the hand and you're pinned against a wall, and I think it's a cutscene, and then I'm like, oh, they want me to like rip this out of my hand.
They want me to get out.
Or like something else interesting that happened to me. There's an earlier fight with him where it's actually not even a fight. He's chasing you through the house is what happened. I got caught by him. And like he just cuts my foot off.
Oh yeah.
And the game makes it seem like that's okay. Like you can still continue after that.
Yeah.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can or not, because I was dumb and died after that. He like put a heel out on the ground and I didn't realize what he was doing, because like why would he do that? And the game wanted me to like crawl over and grab it, and I just didn't do that in time, and I bled out and died.
That does make sense.
The next time he didn't chop my foot off because I just got out fast enough. So now I'm wondering, like, can you get your foot chopped off and just continue the game, or is it like a scripted death that takes a while?
No, you can definitely put it back on.
Okay.
I mean, your hand gets cut off and it gets put back on.
It does. Which, you know,
why not?
Seems weird.
Oh, it's okay. It's got special liquid, man. You just chuck that stuff on there. It's fine.
Yeah, did you not see that he poured the stuff on it, Alex?
Yeah.
He poured the weird green liquid.
Yeah.
Which I assume is just disinfecting. Like he'll get stabbed in the shoulder and then he'll pour some liquid on his hand and then he'll be like, all right, I'm cool.
Yeah.
It's like you're not even paying attention to the setting. It's obviously moonshine.
Oh.
Oh god. Yeah, no,
So that was weird. It's interesting that like different things like that can happen depending on how good or bad you are.
Yeah, man. I was thinking just the other day. I was thinking about that intro part where you first get in the house and Mia is like, she's not like possessed, but she's kind of like possessed.
She's like going in and out of being a monster.
Insane. Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that part. That part's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
The whole game's fucking cool.
I have enjoyed like the regular Resident Evilness. Like after you really get going and you start
Yeah.
exploring all the rooms and like doing the puzzles and collecting the items and that kind of stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, it kind of falls into a better rhythm, or a more, like you said, kind of a more conventional rhythm after
Yeah.
the more unconventional opening. It's really good, man. And there's some parts later on that I really love, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts on. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I was worried you were gonna say you hated it because it is scary. Or honestly, I thought you just were gonna give up on it because it's too scary.
Oh, I might have,
Yeah.
but I pushed through the opening and then it's been okay.
Yeah,
There-
if you can make it past the opening, you're golden.
I played the opening in like small bits, like half an hour at a time, pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
and
I mean, I saw
also
your first play session was at like 3 a.m. and I was like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
is. I would not have done
Brave.
that. That's incredibly brave.
I wanted the full experience, so I've been playing it at night in the dark.
Wow, what a gamer! God damn.
You wearing a heart monitor? Yeah, recordings. for
no,
you
no.
insane your heartbeat.
You know what's funny though is I do. It's the first time playing one of these where I'll enter a safe room and I'll notice that my shoulders relax and like that I didn't realize I was tense, but then like I feel my whole body relax a little bit, and I have like I'll do like a big breath, like just like a sigh, and I'll be like, oh, I didn't even know I was holding on to all that tension.
Yeah,
that's
oh
good.
god. What game?
That's
what a
something
game,
else.
dude.
Yeah. Also been playing RE6 with Caleb. It's part of
How's
my
that been going?
Resident Evil-a-thon.
We were
not so
talking shit
bad.
about that game. Like earlier today, like a minute ago.
Yeah.
You noticed neither
We
of you
were.
jumped to its defense. What's happening?
I mean, yeah, it's fun. Fun.
It's been a good time.
Yeah.
There's
Alright.
some sections that have been like, why did they design it like this?
Yeah.
And there's also been sequences where it's just like QTEs for forever. And you're
Oh,
like,
God.
why would you make a game like this? But for the most part, I think it's pretty like fairly similar to 5 with like more modern controls.
Okay. I guess. How do I put this? Do you think it got unfairly maligned when it came out, or can you kind of see like why it got a negative critical reception? Does that make sense?
I mean, its story it's all over the place, man. The story
like-
is all over.
Yeah.
Has Resident Evil ever had like a good story? You know, like even I love 2.
Usually they're at least a little bit cohesive.
Okay, fair.
In this one, so there's 4 different campaigns in 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we played through 1.5 roughly. So I'm
Mhm.
sure we'll get more of a story. But there are things in the first campaign we played through. Like there's this whole C virus, whatever. It does weird stuff to these guys and they mutate in weird ways. And then there's another guy who gets injected with C virus and mutates in just an entirely different way than all of the other enemies in the game. And he's like the main boss.
Mm.
It just makes no sense at all. It's weird. It makes some weird choices.
Okay.
It does seem like way more ambitious in that they did like the 4 campaign thing, and I think the crossover stuff between those is kind of cool.
That part has been cool. Yeah. I
Because
agree.
like we played the original, like we played Leon's campaign, and at certain points other characters pop up and we're like, oh dang, we know this character or we know that character, and they show up and do some stuff and interact with you for a while and then go away. And then we've been playing through Chris's campaign now, and we've like hit those same spots where we saw him in Leon's campaign, but like we've played it from the other side. I think that's pretty cool.
Sure. Actually, if I'm remembering this right, I watched Moist Critical did a video talking about all of the Resident Evil games. He also did like a full series playthrough. And
Yeah.
I think back when the game came out, well, it probably still works, it just nobody's playing it right now. Those could be other players.
Oh,
Like
really?
actual people playing at that same part, and they would join your game for that
That's
little
cool.
like cross section.
That's
Really
really
cool
cool.
idea. Obviously, I assume you're not experiencing that now, since
Doesn't seem
when
like
you guys are on,
I
there's
would
probably about
guess
2
no.
people playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen another game running
Okay.
in the,
There you
in the
go.
lobby. One other game.
Devil May Cry 5 did that.
Did it?
Yeah. because there's parts where the 3 characters you play cross over, and those they show up as other players.
That's a
Pretty
cool
cool.
idea, man. I'm glad they didn't give up on it. Like I don't know, it adds a ton, but it's a really neat idea.
One thing we ran into in the recent campaign, they just keep giving us weapons, and they don't give
Yeah.
us any more inventory space.
I was going to talk about the inventory right now, actually.
It's so annoying.
What inventory system does it use? Is it like
It's bad, man.
a bad
That's
one?
that's
It's
maybe
pretty
the,
bad.
It's the worst one of all the games.
It is just
So
you have
far.
a number of slots like RE5 does, except it's
Uh-huh.
not a grid; it's like a carousel,
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
and you
Weird
can't
choice.
expand it in any way.
The guns don't take up slots, but the ammo does.
Huh.
They just keep on giving you different ammo types to carry,
Yeah.
along with their utility stuff.
Feels like if you're going to make it more action focused, which my understanding is that 6 is very action focused.
Yeah, it's
It
very.
is.
feels
yeah.
like you would want to get rid of that, or at least update that inventory system, right?
Feels like you
Make it a
wouldn't
lot
need
more
it.
generous. Yeah, right. Like that's obviously like a horror game, survival horror inventory system where
Yeah.
deciding what to take and what to leave is really important. But in a game
Yeah.
where you want to say, "Here's 100 guns, go fucking crazy."
It's just
Yeah.
weird how it like went backwards. Like 2 and 3 had the same system basically, and then 4 updated it to the grid system, and it got like even more in depth. And then 5 was like, nah, you got 9 slots and a storage container. And then 6 is like, you have these slots and no storage, and that's it. Anything you can't carry with you, it's gone.
Oh, it's not even like it's even a step backwards from Resident Evil 0. Resident Evil
Well-
0, they got rid of the box, but you could just dump everything on the floor. And it
Yeah.
would just persist.
It's really linear. There's
It is
really,
really
not
linear,
a
yeah.
lot of exploring spaces, exploration areas.
5 was
There's
the
not
same,
a lot.
I think.
5 had even more exploration than 6 so far, I think.
It probably did, I guess. It's still
It's still
right after playing 2, 3, 4 though.
Yeah.
It's like you just follow the main path pretty much.
Sure.
5 at least had the section where you're on the boat and you can travel to all the different areas and
Oh
Oh, they
yeah,
had that
the
level
hoverboat.
yeah.
kind of
6
opened up
doesn't seem
slightly.
to have anything like that so far.
Yeah. Keep us posted. I'm excited to hear.
It's also got the absolute worst implementation of Ada. Ada Wong is so jacked in that game. She doesn't
Yeah.
look like Ada at all. Doesn't sound
What,
like
like
her, doesn't
she's-
act like her.
When you say like she's jacked up or like she's ripped, like she's the
No,
strongest
she's
in the
messed
gym.
up.
they just screwed her
Okay.
up. I don't understand.
What?
They made some sort of character model, and I'm like, that's probably Ada, right? It's like somebody described Ada to me before.
just a white lady.
Yeah, she doesn't even look Asian.
No.
I don't understand.
That's so because I feel like Ada's such an easy character to get right. Mysterious Asian lady, armed.
Yep.
Like that's her basically in a nutshell. Is she trustworthy? Sometimes.
Sometimes is right.
So funny.
Overall, though, I think with a co-op partner and just kind of laughing at the experience as you go through it, it's a good time.
It's very ridiculous all the time. Chris
Yeah.
especially.
All right. What's top one, bottom one of your Resident Evil career so far?
Oh, top is 4 remake.
Okay, makes sense.
Bottom. Bottom might be 5.
Wow,
Just
more than
'cause it-
6.
It controls so bad.
Yeah. Controls are really rough in 5.
I was
I
like
need
going back and
you-
forth between controller and keyboard, and I just didn't like any way that game played.
Hmm.
I need you to
All
go play Resident Evil 4 original and then tell me if you also hate that. No, you don't have to play all of it. Just like play just a little bit and be like, man. Because I haven't
Yeah,
played
I
remake,
wonder.
but 4 is like my all-time, like probably one of my all-time favorite games in general.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Do we have regular Resident Evil 4 in the...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
One of us does.
Oh yeah.
We do. Okay, maybe I'll check it out.
You saying that you don't like the RE5 controls though, I can almost guarantee you're gonna be like, nope, remake's better.
It's not even just because it's tank controls though. Like that doesn't really bother me that much. It's the way you control it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just feels bad.
Like if you're doing mouse and keyboard, your sensitivity changes when your character's moving from when they're stationary.
Yeah.
It's wildly different.
Like while you're aiming, you mean?
No, while they're walking, while they're moving in
Huh.
any way.
I don't think you can walk in 4 at all when you aim.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you
That would
cannot.
that would probably be better
And
than
like
changing the sensitivity while you're walking.
y-axis sensitivity is different from x-axis sensitivity,
Yeah.
and it's just like a bunch of like weird choices for the PC
Also-
controls.
I do sort of wonder if it's a bad PC port as well.
Yeah. Well, I tried playing on controller and I didn't like it.
But like, if the
Yeah.
port's bad, the port's bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's still worse on controller than 6 is
Sure.
by a wide margin, I think.
Well, we got our weekly Resident Evil block. I'm sure we'll have at least one more of those.
Oh,
As I
Jesus.
We'll have
So much
more
Resident
than one
Evil.
more.
try to finish 7 and 8. Actually, I'll probably have a couple more
Yeah.
because I want to finish
8,
7, 8,
and then 9.
Yeah,
Probably at some point will you play 1
maybe.
When they remake it.
if they remake it.
There's been rumors about one. We'll see.
There's also been rumors about 0.
I've been
I'll
thinking
believe it when I
about.
see it.
Actually, I've been thinking about when I finish all those, maybe I'll just play Dead Space.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, spiritual successor.
Yeah, we'll see. Chad, what have you been playing?
Yeah, so I picked up a demo called Dead as Disco, and I was like, oh, I like this a lot. It's basically like Batman's Arkham with just like funky vibes, and there's some quick time events in the combat to where, like, if guys come up behind you, it tells you to hit Y at like a certain beat and like parry them. But yeah, there was no, from what I understand in the demo, there was like no boss fights or anything. It was just like infinite kind of wave based, fighting. So cool.
Mhm.
Played it for like all of 2 to 5 minutes, and then was like, let me just pick it up. It's on sale. So picked up the full game and started playing through some of that. And the boss fights are like really interesting because there's like the wave based combat that's happening, but then you're also fighting an actual boss, and it has a whole health bar, and the health bar pretty much like, I can't tell if I'm just like bad right now or if like the health bar is as long as the song that's playing,
Mm.
because it's a very long time of fighting, and if you die, the health bar completely resets. There's no like checkpoint or whatever. There's like a
Sure.
checkpoint, so like at the beginning of quote unquote boss fights, there may be like wave based interactions that happen, and then once you actually start fighting the boss, that's the checkpoint. But before that, like if you die, then you have to restart the entire like mission over again. So I played through and beat one boss, and I played through and was beating or attempting to beat another boss. But yeah, it's a fun time. Definitely if you just want to listen to different, the first guy was like a metalhead that I was fighting against. The next guy is a rapper, so it's like changes the music based on like who the boss is. There's somewhat of a story baked in. So apparently you sold your soul, and it's been years that you've not run with your crew or something like that, and so you're going through and meeting your up with your crew again. That's who you're fighting, and then you're like learning kind of what happened to you as you go through. So it's a game.
Is it an actual rhythm game, or does it just sync the moves to the beat?
So I don't think it's a rhythm game, and I say that because at first I was trying to play it as a rhythm game, but it wasn't really like the parries that. So there's one boss that throws out a volley of like balls at you, and he like, you hear it kind of go toot toot toot, and then when you parry, it's like on that rhythm, not on the rhythm of the song. So it's almost like there's a secondary rhythm that's happening, which it probably lines up with the song pretty perfectly. But you kind of hear those cues happen so that you know that those are going to be the parries. And then when you're spamming like just your auto attacks and stuff like that, you don't have to do it like on beat at all. You could just keep spamming that, and it'll just attack on beat.
Okay.
There's one thing where you hold down right trigger and like X at the same time, and it'll just do like a flurry of hits, and that just kind of syncs up to the song. You know, everything kind of just kind of auto does it.
Okay.
Sure.
Which kind of makes it feel good because it feels like you're playing a rhythm game, but it's just syncing the rhythm in the game. So
Nice.
the other game that I have been playing a lot of, pretty much nightly, I've been hopping on some Diablo 4.
Yeah.
So I told Ben that I was going to play one character and then switch to another character once I got to the Lord of Hatred campaign. That didn't happen. I was not max level by the time I got through the second campaign. What was it, the Vessel of Hatred? Yeah.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, I gotta get to max level to see what this character can do. So then I just played through Lord of Hatred with the same character. And then I messaged him and was like, yeah, I kind of did pass you. I'm already in the Paragon levels. And I'm like
Rude.
164 or something like that now. So.
I have had a pathetic amount of time to play video games in the last couple weeks. I literally have not even beaten the campaign yet.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I was like, hey,
Man.
everybody, you don't play Diablo 4? And then I stopped playing Diablo 4.
Hilarious.
yeah, I've just been
Got 'em.
pushing the tiers and seeing how far I can get pretty much in the end game content. Which I think they've done a really good job with the end game content this time around. I feel like
I've heard it's fun.
Yeah, I don't remember last time I talked about Diablo 4, except for last podcast, obviously. But I do remember saying that they just did a poor job at the end game content. There was nothing, and this was like before Vessels even came out.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, there's after you get through Lord of Hatred, there's a thing called a war table that opens up. And so you go and talk to one of the angels, and he basically like maps out like what you're gonna do. So you could do like Helltide into a nightmare dungeon into some other random, like they've added a bunch of like different kind of niche things that you can go and do. But now that you've like mapped this out, you get experience for doing a Helltide for a Helltide specific tree, and so that you can like get goodies from doing a Helltide beyond just doing the Helltide. Or like there's like a Abyssal Tower, so you go in and just kill a bunch of mobs, and then once you've killed a bunch of mobs, a boss spawns. You kill the boss, and then you can upgrade your glyphs. But then if you've upgraded the tree enough, like different things can happen within the Abyssal Tower that like wasn't there before. And all of this is stemming from War Table, which before it was just like, I got to endgame, what am I gonna do? Nightmare Dungeon, I guess. You got a key? Cool, let's just go do that. And then that's like all you did for the rest of leveling. But now it's like bouncing around. It kind of feels like if you wanted to treat it like a daily, you could just like pop on, do a war table, pop off, and then like that was your daily. It could be endless because after that war table, you just do another war table. But if you treat it like a daily, you less burnout that way. I was talking to Alex and Caleb a little bit, and I was saying that there's been like rapid progression that I've been feeling. So like, getting new gear and like always being able to upgrade stuff all the way up until like Torment 8 is where I felt like I started to see more min-maxing needed. That was blown out of the water as soon as I got through like one or two more challenges, and then I got up to Torment 10. And then I started like actually looking into masterworking gear, using the Herodric Cube, and just there's just like various different things to where like you could tweak your gear, and it makes the builds 1,000 times better. So before I was doing like tier 8 and I was like barely doing any damage. Then I just masterworked a bunch of gear, made sure I had like specific stat lines on it, did stuff with the Project Cube, and now I'm like one-shotting rooms on tier 10 or Torment 10. So also there's Echo of Lilith that I tried to beat way back when they first introduced it. This was even before Vessels of Hatred. She was like the first Uber boss that was introduced. I could never beat her, and even with my one-shotting ability in like tier 10, I wasn't able to beat her again this time around until I got my stat lines tweaked a little bit more to where I was like basically just one-shotting her. And I've like read some stuff online. Apparently, like the entire community hates this boss because of her like one-shot ability, where like if you're standing in a certain location and like her attack comes down, you have no time to react and you just instantly die, which is like a real problem with Diablo. Is that like if you go into a room and you like are bouncing around in that room, there's like a puddle on the ground and then you don't even see it because of how much is on your screen, and then you just instantly die.
It's been especially bad with the new character. I don't know if you've Chad. I don't think you've played the new character, but
Warlock
Warlock.
Yeah,
or seen any of the memes about it. But Warlock, especially, like half their abilities have giant particle effects that fill up the whole screen. I'll have to find some screenshots to show you. But it is just like you literally can't see where you are on the screen when you're playing right now. And a lot of people have been like, "Hey guys, it's a really cool looking class. It's really nice. Also, it's hard to play." For inconvenient reasons.
Yeah, I'm playing Spiritborn, and my whole build is I hold down my thumb button like on my mouse because one of the skills allows me to dash around the room, and because of the fact that I put talent points up to 20 and a certain skill, it allows me to have 4 ferocity at all times, and then that kind of synergizes with this skill, saying if I have 4 ferocity, once I use 2 charges of the skill, it'll just refresh the skill. So because of that, I'm just dashing around the room doing pestilent swarms. So there's just poison going everywhere. And then there's like a giant centipede spewing poison. And so I'm just like rushing through a room, dumping poison, rushing through another room, dumping poison. So if there's any point in which I have to fight an elite for more than like 2 seconds, I'm like dead because the toughness isn't there. So I have to like dash, and I'm like, nope, I'm already dead because they've dropped so much stuff on the ground. So then I go to a Helltide, which is, because there's online and Helltide's, open world and people can collaborate. And now not only am I dashing around trying to avoid everything, there are like thousands of hands just slamming on the ground because that's like the Warlock ability. It's just giant red hands that just come out. And so I can't see anything. There's like the boss that comes up sometimes, and then it's just like, where'd the health bar go? It's just gone because the hands just slammed it. And then I'm dead. And I'm like, what did I die to? And the one thing that infuriates me, maybe this is just a skill issue and it's actually somewhere in the game, I don't know what killed me. Ever. Like there's like in World of Warcraft, I can see like a combat log, or like Final Fantasy, I'm sure there's a combat, but like I haven't found a combat. I haven't even really researched this, but I haven't found a combat log in Diablo to tell me what I'm dying to. So sometimes I'm doing like a tower or something, I'm getting to the end, I spent like 15-20 minutes in it, I'm just getting one shot by the boss, and I'm like, I gotta do a different tower. I have no idea what I'm dying to, so I jump out of that tower, go back into a different one. Been a lot of fun though. Been having some fun doing some of the bosses, finding some stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of currencies now. It's like currency overload. It always feels like you're getting something, even at the stage I'm at, which is nice. But I'm sure that'll come to a min-max section here shortly, and it's just gonna feel like I'm just up against a wall.
It seems like it's taking some time to get there. If you do get there soon.
I thought I was there, but then I said it like an item dropped, and I was like, well, let me socket this in, and then boom, it was just the right percentages and everything. It was good stuff.
Nice. I believe Ben is our last Wibibler.
Yeah, and it's going to be not a long one. Like I said, I haven't really had much time to play recently. I have done a bit more Diablo. I'm slowly grinding through that. I am playing a Paladin, which is the second newest class. It is in this really weird spot where all of the advertisements everywhere say that like the latest expansion was like, we released 2 new classes, Paladin and Warlock. The only thing is, if you pre-ordered the new expansion, which you could pre-order up to like a year ago, then they gave you Paladin like a year ago. So like Paladin's new for the people who didn't pre-order, and the people who did pre-order, they've just been playing Paladin for a year. But I hopped on that because I was like, oh man, Paladin's usually one of my favorites in most of these games, and it's been okay. I started playing it like right when the expansion released, and about since then they've basically people have come out with like full reviews of like a tier list of like classes and builds and stuff, and Paladin is like consistently one of the worst too. They're like, yeah, the Paladin needs a buff. It's not good right now. But I mean, Chad said enough about it. I can't add more, mostly because he's so much further in the game than I am. I'm still playing through the campaign, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Oh, the
I think-
campaign's great though.
Yeah, the only thing I'll add to that, which is about the campaign, is I'm way more invested in the campaign in this expansion than I was in the last one.
Yeah.
The last one, I could not tell you a thing about what happened in the last campaign. It was like
Radial mast.
Yeah, radial mast. There might have been some orbs. I'm not sure. But the new one, I don't know if like the voice acting's better on your character or what, but like I'm just way more invested and interested, and like it pulls me in better. I'm not sure what it
I
is
think the
about
story direction is also just so much better. Like I felt like there was just a weird offshoot of like ancestral spirits, and I can't really even tell you what boss I fought in Vessel of Hatred.
I
like
think the problem is that the first game is like the game itself is like the whole plot is like Lilith is back and you're trying to deal with her, and she's this big bag boss. The third one, the newest expansion, is all about like, oh hey, what's his name? The Lord of Hatred.
Mephisto.
Yeah, Mephisto has taken over some like saint's body and is tricking the populace into thinking he's a saint and doing evil stuff, and you're trying to stop him from basically destroying the world. The second expansion is just like, hey, we've got this crystal that's got part of Mephisto's soul into it, and we just need to go put it somewhere so that way he doesn't come back to life. Like that's the plot of the second game. Like there's no
That's not important though.
there's no
Gotta
real
put it
big
somewhere.
bad boss. There's no interesting villain in that one. It's just we got to do something with this crystal. Like that's the whole plot.
Well, it felt like the first game is like it built up Lilith, and you fought Lilith. The second game, it built up Mephisto. It didn't fight Mephisto. That's for Lord of Hatred.
It ends with cool. Now Mephisto's here.
Yeah,
that's the end of the second one. Like,
yeah.
It's just.
I was playing through Vessels, couldn't remember a boss fight. Then I got to Lord of Hatred, and I was like talking to Alex, and I was like, I don't know what they've done. I'm dying to bosses now. Like I'm actually having to focus up on the boss fights. And I think Alex looked it up, and Vessels came out, and then PoE 2 came out. And so they're like, oh, shoot. We got to do something to get these people back.
So far, I've been pretty happy with the boss mechanics in this expansion. It's more than just throw your abilities at it and hope it dies. Yeah. Like, I was honestly expecting, I think in the first part, in the initial release, there were bosses with cool mechanics, but they weren't really till end game. I feel like the campaign bosses were all pretty much just health sinks, try not to die. But they started up the interesting mechanics on bosses a lot earlier in this expansion, which is nice. But yeah, so
the set pieces were also like really pretty throughout.
Oh yeah,
the entire Lord of Hatred. While like the set pieces in Vessel is like, here's a jungle, here's another jungle, here's a tomb, here's a jungle. Like, okay.
It kind of felt like Vessel of Hatred, they made it just using assets they had laying around, and then for Lord of Hatred, they were like, okay, we should probably like make some new stuff for this one. So still making my way through that at a slow pace. I've said it once, I'll say it again, I'm still playing through Stolen Realms. I'm still having a lot of fun with that. Mostly just doing roguelike mode now. Kind of like the Stolen Realms, the campaign, like the main one, the end game, there is end game, but it's mostly just, hey, you can bump the like level difficulty of all the enemies and zones as part of the campaign and then go fight them. Add like to an infinite amount, and it's not that interesting. I don't know.
Does the campaign have like a story?
Technically,
Okay, cool. That's kind of what I thought.
Listen, the game's really fun for the build crafting for me.
Sure.
Like the build crafting
Yeah.
and the tactical combat. The story is non-existent, and the problem for me is when you get to the end game, you have lost me. I already didn't care about the story, so having no story left, I don't care about.
Right.
But then you're max level by that point, so there's no build crafting anymore. And
Right.
you're just doing the tactical combat, which granted, it's fun for a bit of like trying to like get better gear and optimize and get better at the tactical combat, but after a certain point it's like
I'm done.
I'm just doing the same fights over and over again, but slightly more difficult every time.
Sure. Yeah. No, I hear you.
Versus the roguelike is entertaining because the runs are quicker. It's just combat. You don't go back to town or have things between the quests or anything. You're just going. And you get crazy weird builds because they just hand you random abilities from any of the trees at any of the tiers, and you can end up with some weird stuff. And it's still at the point where every time we play through, I'm still having fun with it. As you go through the difficulty tiers of it, you unlock more like starting classes, basically, because there's a bunch of starting classes, which most of them are just like, cool, you start with these 3 abilities or whatever. But there are some of them that are like from the skill trees, but there are some classes that start with like unique abilities.
That aren't in the base game.
That aren't in the base game that are pretty entertaining. So I'm still having fun with that because I haven't beaten all the difficulty levels, and I want to unlock all of the starting classes because they're cool. I think we're working on trying to beat the 4th difficulty, and then there's one more after that. We have learned that we're very bad at leaving our run and then coming back later. We played last night, and on 2 separate occasions, we started up a run we were in the middle of, and then almost immediately all died. And then we were like, well, that sucks. And then it was me, Caleb, Alex, and Owen, and we started up a run we were in the middle of, and then died about like 30 minutes into it. And Owen was like, I think this is about when I wanted to be called a night anyway, so I'm going to call it a night. And then Caleb, Alex, and I were like, okay, cool. So we have another run that we were in the middle of. So let's go hop into that. And literally the second fight we did after that, we also all died. We were like, we just really got a budget time to go all the way through a run in one go, huh?
Yeah, it's really
At
hard
least-
to keep track of what your character does when you come back from being
Yeah, because
gone
you
for a
get
while.
in, and especially because it's so random, you're like, what the fuck was I doing? Like,
Yeah.
I have a healing ability, but also I have fireball, but also I'm wearing a shield. What am I doing now? I don't understand. But I'm still having a lot of fun with it. And then lastly, I did play a very tiny amount of the Outer Wilds. I had a trip to Ohio, and I downloaded it on my Steam Deck.
That sounds like a
And
fake thing that you just said.
that I had a trip to
I had
Ohio.
a trip to
Yeah.
Ohio.
I did. I was there for my I guess nephew-in-law. It's not really a term. My nephew's
coming up with something on the
first
spot.
communion.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds
Do you see?
unbelievable.
It sounds worse actually the more you explain it. Your nephew-in-law's communion. Yeah.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
boy.
Jake, I couldn't have said just nephew because then you would have been like, from what sibling? You don't
Yeah, you
have
don't
any
have a
siblings,
sister.
Ben.
It's true.
So I had to clarify. But so I had Outer Wilds
Jake's
on
kid,
my Steam
actually.
Deck,
Teammates
and
brothers.
I sat down on the
We're
plane.
brothers.
Oh yeah, we are. I forgot. Of
We're
course, yeah.
brothers. I forgot that my brother adopted Ben.
Yeah, I went to Ohio to visit Jake's son, my nephew.
In-law.
I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, Outer Wilds. So I got on the plane and we take off, and I'm like, cool, let me put this up. And I threw my headphones. First off, I'm like, okay, music, great, loving this so far.
Hell
It
yeah.
plops you down, and I'm like, cool, what do I do? I'm just gonna walk around, just poke at stuff, be my completionist self, and interact with literally everything possible. I played for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and I got to like, there's a little town in your starting area, and I'm walking around talking to people, and I'm like, oh, cool. There's like this like geyser thing in the middle, and I'm like, you can like hop around on like these big rocks, and I'm like, let me hop on top of the geyser thing, and then turns out if you hop on top of the geyser thing, it's hollow, and it goes all the way down to an underground lake, and I fell through that. I was like, ooh, yeah, I found a secret, and then I got in the lake, and then it was like, you're drowning, and then about 2 seconds later, I died, and it just goes, you died, and then cuts back to the home screen, and I was like, What?
Yeah.
And I think at that point I was just like confused, and I was just like, I could start another run, I guess, but I was really tired at the time, so I put it down and I just like slept the rest of the flight, and I just have not picked it back up since then. So I've played the Outer Wilds for a grand total of about 10 minutes. Died by drowning.
I think you got the core experience though.
Explore, drown, the end.
But just die. You don't have to be drowned. Just die.
I think I got a little messed up. The problem is that I died quick enough that I did not figure out what the point or goal of the game is yet. So like I didn't have enough interest in it to go back and like pick up my next run. So I should probably go do that again and at least play enough that I can figure out what the goal of the game is.
Yeah, you definitely should. Just try not to die.
In the starting town.
Just try not to die for a while.
Try not to
Yes.
die. I'd actually
You'll
take
get
that
it.
advice and apply it to like all the games
Everything.
you play.
Well,
And
Mine's
your
real
life.
life too.
yeah.
Yeah. Just try not to
He's
die.
so
Just kinda generally.
demanding, Alex. It's like having Aaron here all over again.
Ugh. Don't even say that name.
Bringing
Disgusting.
down the Chaos Cast.
Well,
But yeah, that's I think that's really all I've played since last cast.
Oh my god, Aaron's like looped up on meds. He should be playing Outer Wilds. Call him. Someone get him on the phone right now.
I don't think you
even
want to play
talk.
that game when you're loopy.
Why not? That's the perfect time.
It's a little too thinky for that.
No, it's fine.
he's just like couch bound. He watched like all of Solo Leveling in like a couple days.
Oh my god.
It was good. Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
He should have watched
that
Steins
season
Gate.
2's not out yet.
He should have watched Steins Gate. Another thing he would
Also
love.
a thinky.
He watched like he was talking about how much of the pit he watched recently.
Mm.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna call Aaron up. I'm gonna tell him he needs to play the Outer Wilds, and if he gets bored of playing video games, he needs to watch I Was Reincarnated as a Vending Machine, which is the
I don't
best
think
anime.
he needs to do that.
It's
That's
so
the
good.
best one, huh?
It's so good.
The best anime.
Either that or Blade Dance of Elementalers.
Mm. The
I just
original
watched
one.
Samurai
I've,
Deeper Kyo
I've never
again.
heard of that one.
It's for the best. It is
Gosh.
Effectively the OG Ben's watching some batshit insane anime. Not in a good way, just in a very this is awful. This is so bad anime.
Great.
So,
Before we
so
wrap
bad
this
it's
up-
bad classic.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's so bad. It's just bad. It's
Before we wrap this
Well-
up, how's the AYN Thor going?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, that.
Their new
It's
information?
really, yeah, it runs Switch really, really, really well.
like a Switch emulator.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. I did
Weird.
not.
Aren't those
I
illegal?
wasn't. Yeah. hmm
Yeah.
So emulators are all legal. It is the ROMs that are not legal. So
Isn't
I
it
have, of
also
course,
illegal
only
to have
been.
the BIOS files for the emulator.
Yes, that is also true.
But if
Luckily,
you, have a
you ripped the
Switch,
BIOS
you can
files
get
off
the
of
BIOS
your
files.
Switch.
He dumped his own BIOS
Yes.
from his Switch,
Yes,
obviously.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I just wanted to make
Obviously.
sure you're in the clear.
You just need to own the hardware and the game.
Yes, which obviously I do. My Switch is right here. Look, proof. Ta-da. Yeah, it runs Switch really well. I was kind of hesitant to set it up because it seemed to barely run Wii U games, and I was like, well, if it can barely run Wii U, it's not going to be able to run Switch. I'm a clown. I'm a fool because it runs Switch better than it runs Wii U.
That's
You remember I
crazy.
said Bayonetta wouldn't run? It crashes in the first cutscene. Works like a charm, the Switch version, though.
That's insane.
Runs like
Sick.
50 to 60 FPS. No crashing. Whatever. And you know what has
What the
a
heck?
really good library of games? Switch!
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so I've been setting that up. Lost a lot of time doing that, but
I think
Finally,
the
a
Switch
portable
emulation was
Switch.
like. Yeah.
Get
I
him,
didn't realize that Switch emulation was that good yet. That's awesome. to hear.
I did not either. But yeah,
Switch
really,
emulation's
really cool.
been like fantastic for a while. Switch emulation got to the point that they were releasing big first party Switch titles, and the day of they were running like full speed on emulators.
Mm.
It's pretty bad.
Wild.
Yeah, was it because there was a bit where Nintendo like shut down like several of like the top emulating companies, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think even the one I'm using is like technically a fork off of a different project because it got taken down.
Sense.
But really, really cool. One sad thing, Breath of the Wild, I just cannot get to run above like 20 FPS. Maybe I could
Same.
poke around with that, but
To be fair, the Switch doesn't run it all that well.
that's the thing. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna fuck around with it too much because I'm probably just someday I will eventually get a Switch 2, and then just buy the upgrade that makes it run at 60 FPS on that. So
Yeah.
like that seems like a better use of everyone's time, in my opinion, than trying to get it to run on this, where it's probably going to be glitchy and weird anyways. And like you said, it barely runs at 30 on original hardware. The emulator's gonna struggle, as well. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention, that software I use, Game Hub, that lets me download Steam games onto this thing. They added support for the Epic Game Store and for frame generation.
Nice.
So everything runs a little bit smoother, and I can get all of my Epic Store games on there.
Nice. Sick.
Fucking awesome. So good. This thing just keeps getting better and better. I love it so much. That's really it. Just, just a little update.
Frame gen and resolution scaling stuff, it seems like it's been a big deal for the mobile stuff, like on Steam Deck especially.
Yeah. I mean, like, just
Been getting
anything
more
that
and more
makes
support
it
for that
run
stuff.
better on less powerful hardware.
Yeah.
Great. Amazing. So I was thinking about this the other day. It almost feels like, obviously, hardware is going to keep getting better and better, but it almost feels like the software gains are really
Yeah.
where the bigger impact is going to be,
The last few years especially, yeah.
Mhm.
Just wild. Like, because my computer is, I don't know, 6-ish years old, and I'm still running stuff at, like, max, or basically max, I can't use some of the fancy features, but, like,
Mm-hmm.
I can just crank everything basically to max, put it at least on high, and it still runs like a dream. Like, I don't know, man. It's nice.
I've been playing Pragmata with like everything turned on, including path tracing, and I've got frame gen running, and it runs at like 50 frames a second native, but I'm getting like 100 frames with frame gen.
I don't know what they're doing over there at Capcom, man.
Seriously,
their
the
engine's
RE
so
engine's
good,
made
though.
of
Their
magic.
engine's
I don't know
really
what the
good.
fuck they did. It looks great. Everything runs great. I don't know. It's so cool.
I can get above 100 native frames if I turn off path tracing and some of the more fancy stuff. But it looks so nice. It looks so
What
cool
a time to be alive.
with it turned on, and it plays fine. So,
How dare you? Pragmata plays great.
I mean, with frame gen was
How dare
the
you? Plays great no
'cause-
matter what you do.
frame gen can sometimes introduce some like input lag that can be
Oh, yeah,
enough
that is true.
to mess with you.
Yeah, I recently was finishing up my achievements on Remnant 2. That game, first of all, does not run well. And then
Yeah.
FSR introduces a lot of input lag. It is
Remnant
painful.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Just a blast from the past.
I know, right?
I was trying to look up Remnant 3 the other day because I was like, man,
Right. When are they going to make
more of
another?
that stuff. That'd be cool.
Mhm.
You gotta be working on that, right?
I'm sure they are.
Maybe. Anyway, I think that's about all we got for the podcast this week. So yeah, hopefully Aaron will be back to discuss all of his fun activities next podcast. If
Fun
not,
activities.
Hopefully he doesn't get injured again between now and then.
No kidding.
It was his back, now it's his mouth.
we'll see. He said he hopes that he'll be on the next one, so we'll
Fingers
hope for that.
crossed.
If not, maybe the next one. Maybe the next one. We'll see. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Bye.
Adios, amigos.